Hello everybody! Welcome to the very first episode of the Java Coast. Well, we had a segue episode, but this is the first pure Java Coast episode. So for a starting town, we're playing a little catch up here. Starting town, I built myself just a boat. Good old boat. Exploring new worlds, arrive on a boat. And then the boat, of course, needed a dock and a port and a little outpost. This thing took me about 3 days to whip together, and I'm only releasing it now because I had a big problem. Like OBS, the recording software that I use, it doesn't really like Java Minecraft too much. You gotta mess with the settings to force it to work, and it took me a few days to work that out. So here we are playing catch up with sharing footage with you guys, and you can see we've got a bee farm area out the back of a building. The island we basically just cleaned up and put a villager warehouse up the front, and then there's a platform, and I'm going to build my own personal residence and trophy hall and stuff up there. I think I might also need a couple of enchanter villagers. So on the interior, the first floor of this structure is primarily storage. Right? The doors have little like welcome mat place pads, but what it really is just enough of a barrier that villagers aren't going to wander away on me. Because already I had about 6 villagers going on this place. And then some random illager raiding party came by and slaughtered them all. So I had to change up the doorways a bit and make things safe for them. So now, down in the storage area, they're all blocked off. So you've got ample storage to start with. Paper and such. There's a method to the madness. They're take you up to the second floor. The second floor will be, this is going to get changed a bit, but the second floor is where basically residences, and I'll make a big dining communal hall over here. Like you got smokers and ovens and furnaces and such. And the center area is a bit open, gave it a bit of an atrium. Down will be a connecting tunnel. Unfortunately, there's an ocean underneath this island, so it's a pain in the butt, but I got to make a tunnel system so I can go down to the bottom and get me some diamonds. This big chamber here, it's just going to be storage for rock. And we hauled it out, and that'll hold a whole lot of chests. Label them, and as time goes on, when I've got spare time, I'll just fill this whole thing with chests and signs to label what's where, so I can find my granite or my deep slate or whatever else I'm digging up. Okay, and that'll continue on. Just making a lazy spiral down. Like to use a half slab transition. Staircases are faster and steeper, but I just like the feel of the half slab a little nicer. But as you can see, it keeps going, and it goes some more. And then there'll be another storage room down here, just because I've got space for it, so why not? And that's as far as I've gotten. And we'll continue that tunnel all the way down to, right down to the bedrock, really. And we'll make connecting tunnels to other areas. Long term, we'll put some packed ice and boats down there so we can have like a subterranean subway that just goes zoom. Okay, this is the back area. When I did a drive-by, you can see that we had these. Now, this farm area is not big, but the bees, man, they just hyper accelerate how fast everything grows, because they reach their flowers, and then on the way back, they're bone mealing everything for free. And that, I knew the mechanic worked that way, but I'm just really amazed at how well it works. The beehives, they've got campfires underneath them for smoke, and the campfire will penetrate 2 blocks. So you can double stack your beehives. And 12 beehives. Like, I could make a lot more, but there's no need. Just every time I come by, I grab some honey or honeycomb and add it to the pile. And then in the future, when I need it, I'll have it. Now, the wonderful, fortunate thing, one of the villagers I trained up was a cartographer, because I wanted a trial key, or rather trial map. And so the trial chamber, it's just right across the bay. Like, how lucky was that? And then when I came here, the map says come here, and I come down here and there's a skeleton spawner on the way, good for about 3 deaths when I discovered that. And then there's the trial chamber here. Now, as of this point, I haven't tapped into this yet, but that's just a wealth of copper and tough bricks that I get to use for my future builds. And because the skeleton spawner's in the way on my way down, I had to build an alternative route. Because I'm going to turn the skeleton spawner into an XP farm and a resource like bones, arrows, bows, free stuff. So I just made this side tunnel, which comes up through the water, so that there's a separate access. Once we've got the nether going and I can get some soul sand, I'll make a bubble elevator that it goes up and down really quick. But it's so cool that this is just literally right across the bay from my starter base. And you can see it. There's my base. Now, because the pillagers killed my initial villagers, I had to come back to the local village, which isn't far away at all. It's about 200 blocks away from my starting town, so again, just fortunate location. And I don't want to take all the villagers out of the town and have it as a dead town. So I did throw food at the villagers so that they'll reproduce, and I'm only taking the bare minimum, just 2 guys. And then those 2 guys I will turn into many more. And then one of the last things to share is look at all this iron. Man! What a vein. So in total, after I dig this up, there was 30 iron plus a 9-block raw iron block. That's 39 iron just in one little patch there. I leveled off another island and made sheep. Now sheep currently, like if you breed 2 different colors of sheep, let's say a blue one and a white one, you'll get a light blue baby. If you breed 2 blue ones, you'll get a blue baby. So really I've got an island of rainbow sheep. Because I needed all those different colors of wool to put sails on my boats. So now you can see my ships that are docked at the base. They've got sails on them. And I'll put a link in the description for the ship model that I use. It's my own design for Viking ships, based off of research that I actually did before putting them together. Now, this is really my catch-up episode, and then in the future I'll take you through the building processes rather than go, hey, look, stuff. I'll build it with you. The lights around the perimeter are jack-o'-lanterns that are just surrounded by oak trapdoors. It gives it a really nice lantern effect. Especially when lanterns look awesome, but it sucks up the iron resources. So, the upstairs, I've done the interior to a point where I'm happy. I just gave the breed a whole lot of villagers, and you can see that's spawning golems because there's enough villagers and some cats. Gave them some bare minimum furniture, and then everyone's got some beds, some chests, and a bit of artwork on the walls. And again, I keep the center area open because it stops it from being depressing. Bit of sunlight. You can see it's just got some rooms, artwork, minimum furniture. And these guys are all blocked from leaving this area. They get to wander around inside of this zone, but they don't get to go outside and get shot up by pillagers anymore. So, that's my catch-up episode. It's only been three days, and we're getting stuff done. Now, on the next episode, we're going to go and try and tap that trial chamber. So, like, subscribe, and see me then again. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.